This video contains commentary.
Hey, my dudes, it's story time, so sit on back and take a ride.
Hey, what's up, my dudes? Welcome back to Storytime with your favorite Reddit fairy. My name is Lorna, and today we're getting into some r/ChoosingBeggars, that's right. But before I do, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, otherwise I'll have to send Karen over to your house to drink your Dr. Pepper, and that would be a travesty. Alright, my dudes, without further ado, let's sit back, relax, and let's get right into it. Sisters sits in the cold rather than accept the wrong type of heaters. Posted by user RKT Science 1971. Several winters ago, my sister, let's call her CBA, through her own pretty irresponsible behavior, managed to get herself and her 3 children evicted from their home. Through the charity of family and church members, CBA finds religion every time she's in a tight spot. She was able to move into another home. The home she moved into, however, didn't have heat, and CBA didn't have the money to purchase space heaters. Our kind uncle offered to help by installing, for free, several electrical heating units that he had. CBA would have had to pay only for the miscellaneous electrical supplies. At some point, CBA learned that kind uncle also had a few wall-mounted natural gas heating units in storage. She quickly informed kind uncle that she did not want the electric units and that she would only accept the gas units. Kind uncle explained to her that the gas units were very expensive and were for a contracting job. CBA pitched a fit and said she wanted the gas units and nothing at all. Of course, she expected kind uncle to cave and give her what she wanted. After all, she had 3 small kids that would freeze over the winter. Kind uncle called her bluff and told her to get stuffed. So CBA found herself in the middle of winter with the only source to heat her entire house, an old kerosene heater someone had given her. It remained her only heat source for the next 3 years. Of course, she told anyone who would listen how stingy and unhelpful her family had been. Like most choosing beggars or entitled people, nothing is ever her fault. God, you went... Okay, I'm sorry, but it is not your family's job to provide things for you. Sure, it is nice when they help, but you have 3 small kids. Have some fucking responsibility for them. Don't let them freeze in the winter. I'm sorry, but you can get a gas space heater for... It's not... relatively cheap. Over 3 years, I'm sure she could afford one. Take care of your kids, man. I get it. It's more expensive to run anything electrical than gas, but I get it. Just you can't demand, especially after he tells you it's for a contracting project or whatever you call it, a project that he was contracted to do. That's not his equipment, so why do you think you have any rights to it? What is... fucking choosing beggars. Let's get into the next story before I blow a gasket. Alright, this next one is called, No Sir, Those Aren't Free. Posted by user low-fi_Cusco. Long-time lurker, but I finally have something to post. This happened this morning at the library I work at. In our lobby, we have a bookshelf filled with free items from our catalog. Books, DVDs, audiobooks, that the public can take home and keep. The stuff on the shelf is stuff we removed from our catalog because it hasn't been checked out in years. This guy comes in and tries to get stuff not on the free shelf for free. The following is the conversation we had. Me is me, and choosing beggar. Choosing beggar. Hey, so that free shelf out there, how does it work? Me. Okay, so basically any item on that shelf can be taken home by any patron. There's no limit on how many items a patron can take home, and they don't have to be returned to the library. It's for you to keep. Choosing beggar. Oh, well that's good. I got these off the shelf. He shows me some books and DVDs. Me. Oh, that's good. Glad you found something you like. Choosing beggar. I actually don't like any of these. Me. Oh. Sorry. Choosing beggar. Yeah, I noticed you had some Percy Jackson books and Avengers Endgame on Blu-ray. Can I have those instead? Me. I'm sorry? Choosing beggar. Can I take those home and keep them instead? Me. Sorry, sir, you cannot. However, you can check them out with your library card and keep them until the due date. Choosing beggar. Well, I want to keep them. Why can't I keep them? Me. Sir, you can't keep those items because they're not on the free shelf. Items on the free shelf are items that rarely or never get checked out. Percy Jackson and Avengers Endgame are extremely popular. If they're not on hold, they're on a shelf for a few hours before someone checks them out. Choosing beggar. Well, I don't want the shit I took from the free shelf. Me. That's fine, sir. You don't have to take them. We'll put them back on the free shelf for you. Also, please don't cuss. We have children in the building. Choosing beggar. This fucking sucks. My taxes pay for the library, so I should be able to take what I want. Me. Yeah, and my taxes pay for the roads, but I can't just take a chunk of the road and say, my taxes paid for this, and take it with me. Also, again, please stop cussing. If you want to check out the items you requested, you're free to do that. Choosing beggar. Man, whatever. I just came in to print some stuff for work. Choosing beggar left to go use a computer. A coworker told me he didn't want to pay the fee to print his documents. It was 60 cents. My dude, I don't know where you were going with that, but it was definitely not in a woman. What the fuck? This guy seems like a total broke ass. Like, if you need something for work, your work can print that shit off. Number one, so if you really wanted to save the 60 cents, just tell your work to print it. You know what I'm saying? Like, two, that's a pretty good analogy about the road and, you know, paying taxes, and you can't just take a chunk out of it whenever you want. Also, you know, like, taxes go towards police, and you certainly can't tell them what to do. Oh my god, these fucking choosing beggars, my dudes. Anyway, how was your guys' day? What is it? Is it hump day today? I don't know. I always lose track of time. I don't even know. It is hump day. So happy hump day, my dudes. You were halfway to the finish line. That is, if your position at work recognizes the Monday to Friday mentality. I hope it does. Yeah, let me know what you guys are doing this weekend. And before I get into the next story, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications for future videos just like this one. Again, I'm going to be doing a giveaway, maybe if I reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of February. So make sure you're sharing, because sharing is caring. Let's get into the next story. This one is called My Daily Choosy Beggars, posted by user Racism is Gay. So, I am an attorney who has a solo practice, and part of the way I advertise is targeted mailers, aka letters that I send out to people with legal issues. Since I am fairly new to the practice and don't have a full-time receptionist who answers my phone, I decide that I should turn that into a positive marketing point. I tell clients in letters, I answer my own phone. Try getting other lawyers to do that. I'm exaggerating, but you get the gist. So that means that when I'm busy in court, meeting potential clients, etc., I am unable to answer. Or maybe I have just left work for the day. People sometimes, gasp, get my voicemail. The audacity! I often get the person who will call multiple times back to back within minutes and then leave a nasty voicemail saying, I thought you always answered your phone. I have called 4 times and keep getting your voicemail. First of all, I said I answer my own phone. I didn't say I guarantee I will pick it up 24/7. Second of all, you calling 4 times was in a 3-minute span. Leave a voicemail and give me a little bit to call back. I even get those messages at like 10 p.m. on a Sunday. Are those people serious? On top of that, I can't tell you how many of these people who have this attitude I call back, talk to them about their legal issue, and the convo ends with, well, I can't afford an attorney right now. So you mean you gave me that big of an attitude and there was never a chance of you actually hiring me? You just wanted free legal advice? I thought you all might be interested to know that us lawyers are not immune to beggars. Oh my god. So I'm a little bit irked by the username, I've gotta say. Gay is not interchangeable with stupid or dumb or wrong or anything like that. Please stop using gay as an adjective for things that you don't like. It's just stop doing it. I don't like it. I don't like that at all. That being said, it actually reminds me of somebody that will message me, and if I don't respond right away, within seconds, I'll get another message saying, hello. And if I don't respond to that one, I'll get another one that says, hello. Even though I've told this person multiple times that I do not have sound notifications turned on my phone. So if I'm not looking at my phone, I'm not going to see those notifications pop up or hear them. The only sound my phone makes is if I'm getting a call and it will vibrate. And chances are I won't hear that either. Because, yeah, I don't know. I'm fucking deaf, I guess. But yeah, that fucking drives me nuts. Don't do that. It's annoying. Listen, like, I'm not tied to my phone all the time. As much as people like to believe I am not. I try not to. Unless, you know, my Discord people are acting up and then and then they're distracting me. That's why my video didn't get posted until so late yesterday. Speaking of which, if you guys want to join the coolest Discord on the planet, that link will be in the description below. So let's get into the next story. And my dudes, this one is called Sometimes It's Cultural, I guess. Posted by user discontent_prick. Few quick notes. equals Ugandan mother. HS equals hairstylist. My household currently is host to a Ugandan family who is moving to the US to escape an impending civil war. Overall, they're lovely people, but the culture shock has been a bit much in some ways for them. The other day, the mother was calling around town to get her hair done. I hadn't been listening until I came downstairs to make myself lunch. As I was preparing my sandwich, I overheard her conversation. It went something like this. Ugandan mother. Hello, yes, I would like... Insert complicated hair weave style. Hairstylist. That'll be $200. Ugandan mother. No, that is way too much money for just hair. I'll do $100. The woman on the other end of the phone exploded. I kid you not. She was yelling so loudly into the phone that the Ugandan mother had to pull it away from her ear. She gave me this look like, wow, this lady is crazy, before saying back, no, calm yourself. I'll do $125. The hairstylist proceeded to hang up on her. Ugandan mother looked shocked. Taken back by this behavior, I said to her, Ugandan mother, when someone names a price on their service, you can't negotiate. Ugandan mother, what? Me, prices are set here usually. Like, you can't barter prices. If someone says they want $200 to do their hair, they usually won't go any lower, and it's considered disrespectful to ask them to. After a minute of what I said sinking in, Ugandan mother seemed utterly stunned by this revelation. She looked down at her phone and cried, That's why no one agreed to do my hair. I kinda laughed, but having worked in customer service, I felt absolutely terrible for the poor hairstylist she had been harassing all afternoon. I think she's learned her lesson now and has realized that negotiating usually doesn't fly in my area of the US. Edit. Noticed a few spelling mistakes. God. Poor lady. I could totally, that would be a cultural shock. I don't think she meant any disrespect whatsoever. It's probably, a lot of places, that's how they do business. It's just bartering. You work your way down to a price you both agree on. But yeah, a lot of places, like if you walk, I've seen a few like public freakout videos where they walk into stores and they're like they'll open a pop or a juice or something. This one old lady is coming to mind right now. This one lady walks into like a 7-Eleven type store. She buys a juice. It's like apple juice or orange juice or something like that. She opens it and she's like, it's expired. I don't like it. Take it back. And he's like, no. that's not how it works. If you don't like it, he's like, nothing in this store is expired. We make sure to rotate the stock every day. No, I don't like it. I want another one. And he's like, no, man, like, I'm not giving you another bottle. And she's like, no, it's bad. It's bad. You take a bag. And he's like, no, dude. I'm probably not even doing her accent right, but I'm not great at accents, so I do what I know, okay? But yeah, it's just this woman for like a good 5 minutes. She's arguing with the guy like she wants another juice. And he's like, if you don't like the juice, you can buy another one, or you can call the company that makes the juice. Like, what are you not understanding? You don't just, this isn't like McDonald's or something where they make the food there, and if it's not to your liking, they can remake it. Like, this is what a lot of choosing beggars don't understand. Like, just, oh, Jesus. Oh, let's get into the next story. This is too much. Choosing beggar tries to lowball me for my scooter, then buys it anyway, crashes it, then demands money back. Posted by user Weirox88. I don't know. So this happened a long time ago. I had an old scooter that I wanted to sell since I had bought a car and got my actual driver's license, so I didn't need it anymore. It still worked well, always took really good care of it, and the mileage wasn't that bad either. I even just replaced the exhaust, which put me back alone for around £100, or euros, whatever that is. The scooter had cost $1,500 when I bought it, and I wanted $500 for it. To the best of my memory, the exchange went something like this. Exchange through text messages. Choosing beggar. Is the scooter still available? Me. Yes, it is. Choosing beggar. I'll give you $200 for it. Me. No, sorry, I won't go any lower than $500. Choosing beggar. $250? It's for my son. He's 16 and I want to buy him his fast scooter. Me. No, $500 is my lowest. Choosing beggar. $300? Me. $500? Choosing beggar. $350? Me. $500? Choosing beggar. $400? Me. $600 it is. Choosing beggar. Okay, $500 is good. So after that, we set a date to meet. Choosing beggar shows up along with his son. To my complete surprise, he actually showed up with the $500. So the exchange was made and I hand over the keys. Note that for exchanges for big items like this, I always draw up a little note that both of us sign as an agreement of purchase. Choosing beggar signed this paper along with me. I explicitly warn both of them that he needs to be careful, as the scooter has quite a thrust on it if you're not used to it, and it could be tricky for someone who never rode on one before. Choosing beggar and son both ignore me. The son gets on the scooter, starts it, and immediately goes full throttle on my parents' driveway, still living at home at the time. He almost immediately loses control, starts to swerve, and crashes into a nearby flower bed, one that is surrounded with massive stone blocks. He crashes it so hard that the front axle of the scooter is completely bent and unusable. The flower bed is relatively unharmed. It was empty at the time, and those stone blocks could survive a bombing. Choosing beggar then turns to me. Choosing beggar. The scooter is broken. Me. Yeah, I can see that. I told you to be careful. Choosing beggar. I'm not paying for a broken scooter. Give me my money back. Me. But your son is the one who broke it. After buying it, I might add. Choosing beggar. You promised me a working scooter. This one doesn't work. If you don't give me my money back, you're stealing and I'm calling the police. Me. Go ahead. I have the paperwork here that says you bought it and that it was in working order when you did. Call them. At that point, the choosing beggar just collects his son and broken scooter, loads both in his car, and leaves. Never heard from him again. What the fuck? Please tell me this isn't really real. Like, for real? Please don't be real. No. I don't want it. Why? Oh my god, like, why would you think, like, why would you allow your son, who you know has never owned a scooter before, to just get on it and go? Like, take that shit home, teach him how to use it properly, and then you'd be fine. But you're fucking dumbass. Why do you expect OP to pay for your dumbassery? No. Fucking hosers, man. Oh my god. Okay, let's get into the next one. This one is called Got Asked to Be an Event Sound Engineer for Free. Posted by user BoomBapKaz. BoomBapKaz? I don't know. I'm having a really hard time with usernames today. I'm sorry. A bit of context. I work as a sound engineer. Most of what that entails is setting up events with the proper microphones, lighting, and speakers for the event. I'm also a volunteer with a large international organization as vice president. For some of the bigger events, I do my work for free using my university's gear, hired out for free for non-profit events. A member of this club, who I met once, Jay, fake name, had sent some guy my contact details through Facebook without asking. The conversation went something like this. Choosing beggar. Hello? Me. Hi there, how can I help you? Choosing beggar. You do event sound? Me. Yeah, sometimes I do sound for events. I'm a contractor. Choosing beggar. I have event. Me. Okay, give me the details. Also, where did you get my contact from? Choosing beggar proceeds to tell his idea for an event in which no roles were allocated and it was just him and other friends. The event is without a venue. The date is next month. Wants the money to go back to him and his friends. As someone who has planned a few internationally recognized events, this is a concern. Me, explaining to him the above context and that I need to buy gear. Choosing beggar. Oh, okay, so you have to buy. Me. Probably yes, since this event isn't for charity. Choosing beggar. Okay, you can buy. At this point, I'm super confused on what to say. The guy had some broken English, Nepal, and was probably unaware of a lot that goes into events. No talk of pay for anyone else involved, and the event needed to be accounted for higher costs of the venue and other professionals. I try to get some clarity. Me. Okay, so what's your budget? Choosing beggar. Yes. Common response for questions like this from West Asia. No idea why. Me. How much money? Choosing beggar. We are students, so not much. Me. Okay, just letting you know my rates are $15 an hour. I'm used to $25 an hour, but I knew that wasn't possible. And the hire for gear should be around $70 for a day. A mixer, microphone, 2 speakers, all from my actual employer, so discounted heavily. Choosing beggar. Can't do. Me explains the above. Choosing beggar. You are volunteer? My organization is huge in West Asia, so he knows what we do. Why not free? Me explains the first context. Choosing beggar and I spend the next 5 to 10 minutes trying to communicate that I can't do it for free. The exposure is worth nothing considering I'm already employed and it's an unknown event. Basically, everything you'd expect. He ended up offering $25. When I refused, he ghosted. A week later, I get a text. He wants me to be on his committee call. I stopped answering. Met him in person later at a club event. As soon as he saw me, he miscommunicated himself from the club, but not before trying to convince the president to both fire me and sponsor his event with no return whatsoever. He is blacklisted, and we ran to do a workshop on consent and privacy, and how you shouldn't expect people to work for free / knowing your worth. Jay was required to attend and answer questions directed at him. Yeah, that Jay person. I really don't like it when I get random messages from people and they're like, oh, hey, so-and-so said you make this and this. Can you make this for me? And I'm like, man, I only do this as a hobby. Like, I don't like the pressure of having a deadline to finish something. I think these videos are enough pressure for me. But I mean, like, with things like crocheting, it's not a job for me. It's something to deal with my stress and my anxiety and, when I can't sit still because my dudes, I may sound like I'm all cool and collected and all that shit, but I got some issues. Yeah, I have always had really bad anxiety. So I've been dealing with that since I was a teenager. So That's why I have so many hobbies, and that's why I'm always saying, for those that are stressed out, find a hobby. You will thank yourself. That old thing, like idle hands are the devil's playground and all that shit. Well, it's really true because, that anxiety that builds up in your head can be the devil in a sense. You know what I'm saying? So, just just saying. All right, my dudes, let's get into the last story of the day, and this one is called No, I'm Not Going to Reimburse the Gas Money You Chose to Spend. Posted by user Curious Dodger 18. So I used to work at a well-known dollar store chain, and one night I was working at the register when this one lady and her young child came into the store and start to wander around. A few minutes later, whilst I'm helping another customer at the checkout, this lady comes straight up to me and interrupts me in my current customer's conversation. Choosing beggar. Excuse me, where are the Roman candlesticks? I know you have them. I saw them the other day. I was confused as we didn't sell fireworks at this time of year, but she then clarified she wanted candlesticks. She was quite rude and condescending in her tone, and while I smiled politely, I could already see she was going to have my head. Why? Because we didn't sell those. The other dollar store, different chain across town, I believe did, but I wasn't sure. What I did know is that I had been working here for 5 months and had never seen them. I politely informed her that I didn't think we sold them, but she's welcome to look in our seasonal candles and home appliances section. The customer I was helping prior to her interruption looked mildly annoyed, but remained silent. Choosing beggar. Now, I've already looked there and I didn't see them. I need these candles and I want you to go look in the back now. I groaned in my head, but kept my poker face and nodded to her. Me. Okay, ma'am, I will go and see if we have any as soon as I finish with my customer here. She sighed dramatically and tapped her foot while her kid held her hand and looked around the store, bored. I finished up with my customer and walked to our back storage area to look for her candles. My coworker was on break for their lunch, so I was left alone in the store. She almost followed me into our back area, and I had to stop her and point to the "Employees Only" sign on the double doors. She rolled her eyes and stood to wait. I looked at our home appliance storage and candles area. I already knew we didn't have what she wanted, but to do as she asked, I muddled around the back area for a bit. 2 minutes later, I came back to her and let her know we didn't sell what she was looking for. We bantered back and forth for a few minutes, and I told her she may find them at the other store across town. She sighed and groaned very loudly and glared at me. Choosing beggar. Well, can you at least pay for what it cost me to get there? I drove 15 minutes to get here, and you owe me this for not having what I needed and wasting my time. Your customer service sucks. I stared at her incredulously. Me. You want me to reimburse your gas? Choosing beggar. Yes. Now hurry up, it's getting late. I'll take $7 and leave now. She then held out her hand like an impudent child expecting a treat. I just stared and then shook my head, walking away from her. Me. No, I'm not doing that. For one, it's against store policy, and two, you maybe should have called ahead to see if we had it. I apologize, ma'am, but that isn't going to happen. She got really pissed and started to yell at me, following me back up to the counter. I calmly explained that the store holds no responsibility for her making the decision to drive here and spend the money of her own volition. Eventually, she left and dragged her kid with her. Some crazy customers I've had in here you wouldn't believe. But thanks for reading my story. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Like, you're in a dollar store for one. Why? But it's like Walmart, Dollarama, Dollar Tree, all these stores are like choosing beggar magnets or like weirdo magnets. Like the weirdest of weird just go to these stores all the time. There's like full on fucking YouTube videos just dedicated to these specific stores and people freaking out in them or around them or near them or whatever. It's just so bad. Like, what the fuck? And yeah, like I totally agree with OP. Like, why do you think that they're going to reimburse your gas? It's not like you advertised something to that customer and said, "Hey, we have like 500 of these in stock and we're guaranteed to have them in stock forever. So make sure you get down here right now." No. She came of her own volition. And like, what dollar store sells fireworks? Really? And who would really want to use fireworks from a dollar store? I'd be scared as shit to use those. I don't know about you guys, but I'd be fucking scared as shit. I wouldn't want to touch those. No way. I am a klutz. I am so clumsy that I wouldn't chance it. Never. I could also see it if maybe like it was like a fast food restaurant or something, or a restaurant you like got takeout and you ordered something and then you get all the way home and it's wrong. I mean, you should be checking before you even leave, but some things you can't really see until you actually bite into it, like uncooked chicken or something like that, raw chicken or whatever. Then I could understand them being pissed off that they had to drive all the way back and, get something made, and I'd be like, well, I need something a little more than just you comping my meal because I wasted fucking gas twice to go here and back. I can kind of understand that, but to an extent, you know what I'm saying? Still be nice to people. Don't be an asshole. Accidents happen. Like, people are human. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm rambling. I guess I'll finish this video now.
But I don't wanna.
All right, my dudes, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please smash that motherfucking like button. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications for future videos just like this one. Like I said, let's see if we can get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of February. I really want to do a giveaway for a custom Reddit Fairy t-shirt for one lucky subscriber. And as always, the links to these stories will be in the description, so head on over to Reddit and show those posters some love with some upvotes, my dudes. You know they deserve it. And yeah, submit your stories. Don't forget I'm doing a no sleep episode on Friday, so if you've got an r/no sleep story, some spooky stories, get those to me before Friday and I will include them in that video. All right, my dudes, you have a fan-fucking-tabulous hump day, and I will see you in tomorrow's episode. Peace out, my dudes.